And welcome back, everyone. We're in Champion Select right now. The first bands are coming out. It's going to be DragonBorns versus Lowland Lions, which I should probably put on my scoreboard. Because, hey, DragonBorns versus Lowland Lions. So, both of them are at 0. And the first bands are coming out. It's going to be Kha'Zix, Evelynn, Lee Sin, and Xin Zhao. Kha'Zix and Evelynn are pretty usual bans at this point, because they just destroy your team if you don't ban them. Lee Sin, pretty standard ban as well. Xin Zhao is Broken Shard's favorite champion. That's probably why they banned it. Broken Shard is a very good Xin Zhao. Now we have Katarina ban, which is also pretty standard, as we've seen. Let's see what the last ban is going to be. And I'm not black. People in chat are saying I'm black. I'm not black. I'm sorry. I don't... Okay, I'm not going to do the racism thing. This is a best of 3. And the last ban is going to be Shen, which is not a usual ban nowadays. People don't ban Shen that much, because there's just other things that you have to ban. And, yeah, we're going to have to wait for the first pick to come out. Looks like it's going to be Azrael. So, DragonBorns immediately going for Azrael. Azrael's still one of the best AD carries there is, because he has that extra flash. Because that's what his Arcane Shift basically is. It's an extra flash. Flash. Not flash, but flash. There's a difference. It's a beat or a blink. But yeah, it's got an extra blink, which is nice. And I've got messages, which is nice. And... yeah. Next pick is going to be Zara. And, oh yeah, it's flash with a bit of damage. I'm sorry. And I'm getting messaged by a guy called Dave, who I don't know who it is. But hey. So the other pick is going to be Orianna. So Orianna and Zara. I just said her name as well. They both have that AoE ultimate. So they're going to be able to do a nice combo with that. It'll be interesting to see what's going to happen with that. And looks like Shusha is going to be going for the Lux. He is a pretty decent Lux. And they might be building a Pokemon. I would not be surprised. If they pick Lulu, or not Lulu, Nidalee and Lux, I've played that. That's ridiculous. Like, you take Lux support and Nidalee mid, or Nidalee top, Lux mid. Even Nidalee support, you build them both AP, and you're just like, hi, your entire team is now dead. It's ridiculous. It's like synergy, man. As someone in chat said. And next up is going to be a Janna pickup. So that's pretty nice. And let's see what Triple L is going to be picking up. Do you like Zara support or AP Zara mid more? I like Zara support more. AP Zara kind of works, but everything that AP Zara gives you, support Zara can give you as well. And you can put it in AP carry in mid that gives something extra to your team. That's the idea. Janna is good for Pokemon. She has great disengage. She has the ultimate for disengage. She's got the Q for disengage. Even the W for disengage. The shield helps when you're getting poked. And if you have a poker like Gangplank or Jace, you can give them some extra damage. So it's really good. And let's see, looks like it's going to be Misfortune. Yeah, Triple L is definitely going for the AoE comp. And AoE comp against Pokemon. Pokemon actually is kind of better in that regard. Pokemon should generally win that because they make sure they don't get engaged upon. Thing is, as soon as AoE comp gets the engage off, it's done for the Pokemon. And it looks like they can pick up a Moo. Yeah, they're definitely going for the AoE comp. What they're going to try to do is get a Moo in the middle of the enemy team with the ball on him, get the Shockwave, then the Curse of the Sad Mummy, then the Zara ultimate in the meantime, and they're going to be knocked up or knocked around or snared for like 5 seconds. And in the meantime, there's going to be a Misfortune ultimate, which does loads of damage nowadays. So that's going to be interesting, especially with Black Cleaver, because it applies Black Cleaver stacks. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of AoE coming up from them. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Looks like they're going to pick up Olaf for the other side. And that's actually a really smart pickup. Olaf does do very well against AoE comps because you can just run through the CC and not care. see what the last pick is going to be. Could be a Jarvan. That'd be kind of interesting. I don't know how that helps in the team in their team comp. I mean, he sort of has folk, but it's not that good. I don't know about that. He has sort of good disengage, but he's more of an engaged champion, so it looks like they're not actually going for the poke comp that much. What Jarvan does really well, though, is like making sure that the enemy team is bunched up. So kind of work, I guess. It's gonna be interesting to see how they do it. But it's not really a poke comp. I thought it would be a poke comp, but it isn't. They bait me into things. And let's see what Lowland Lion is going to be picking up last. I wouldn't know. Oh wait, what do they need? They need a top laner, so it's probably going to be someone with a gap closer. And there you go, Aurelia. I am the best caster in the world. I call it right before it happens, but Aurelia makes a lot of sense. Gap closer helps a lot. She is decent against Jarvan, and she can just out late game him. Because that's pretty much what Triple L needs to do. They have to just direct the late game, get teamfights going, and they'll win easy. Oh, Entenswerk is in chat and is giving us advice. So, apparently we don't want more than one poke comp, which makes sense. And Jarvan's better late game? I'm not sure about that. Entenswerk, I want to know why you think Jarvan is better late game than Aurelia. I would say that Aurelia is better late game, because she scales harder with damage. And Jarvan doesn't really scale with items, like he gets stankier. But, I don't know, you're the expert, so tell me. Anyway, in the meantime, let's take a look. So we've got Cleanse on Hosan, makes a lot of sense. There is a lot of CC on the enemy team. So Cleanse is definitely useful. Jarvan one-shot your AD carry, and it's great. Late game you can tank Aurelia damage as an AD. That actually makes sense. But Aurelia, does more sustained damage. It depends on. I think it depends on the lane. Like if Aurelia gets fed, then I would say that Aurelia has better late game. You know, I'm not sure. Like it depends. I don't know how Aurelia does in Season 3 either. Like in Season 2, you could just like go Trinity Force with Ionic Spark, and it's like impossible to damage. But yes, like attack speed got nerfed a bit, so it kind of makes sense. It's kind of hard for her to do well. I don't know. Yeah, like, okay, I'd say that, okay, let's put it this way. Aurelia wins in late game, Jarvan wins in end game. I think that's a fair thing to say. But, you know, it's about the team comp in this matchup. They've got, Lowland Lions got all that AoE, and DragonBorns got a bit of a poke. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, but it's more about the compensation. Compensation? I guess I have to compensate. The composition. But yeah, I mean, because they have that combo with the ball on towards Aurelia, Aurelia's going to be very useful. I mean, the ball would be good on having a Jarvan as well. So Jarvan would... honestly, okay, let's put it this way. I think Jarvan would fit better on the team comp of Triple L. I think Jarvan would be perfect for that composition. So that would make a lot more sense. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know who wins the lane matchup between Aurelia and Jarvan either. I haven't played the matchup that much. One thing that is really nice for Jarvan though is that he's got that slow, which helps a lot against Aurelia. So that could be interesting. And yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. I think the team fights are going to be the most important thing to look at because of that AoE. Or maybe the non-team fights, because there's a bit of a poke comp on DragonBorn. I think what DragonBorn will try to do is get a bit of poke down, and then just go balls deep, and just kill them. Because they have that long-range AD carry, they have the long-range AP carry, and then Jarvan and Olaf can just jump in and kill people. So that's probably what they're gonna do. They're gonna try to run right through the enemy ACC. And the way to beat these AoE compositions is what we've seen in MYM vs Millennium in the 4PL something, which was last week on Thursday. Basically what Millennium did is they put 2 people into the enemy team who just ran around, took all the CC, and then the rest of the team kills the enemy divers. So that they don't really care. They just go through all they waste all the enemy CC on 2 people who are very tanky, and then the rest of your team can clean up. That's basically how Millennium did it, and that's how they're gonna have to do it here. And with Jarvan and Olaf, they should be able to do that. And we've got Pentakill Olaf. Wait, let me look at the skins everywhere. Everyone has a skin except for Zara. There's Ulnar on DragonBorns side, on Sushi. Oh, actually, Sushi doesn't have a frame, so that's kind of interesting. Gold frame on the other side. I think that Pentakill Olaf is a great skin though, like it's one of the best skins there is, and we've got a non-Pulsefire Azrael skin. So, also they have Victorious Janna and Victorious Jarvan, so they've got the skin combo as well. I'm gonna give it to DragonBorns, they win the swag wars. So let's see what Anton Swig, our resident expert, is saying. Later on the game, LLL has to engage Shreya and Mumu, and even possibly even on support or Aurelia is needed. Yeah. That's gonna be, I think that's gonna be the game breaker, is if they can engage at the right time. That's gonna be the most important thing. They want to like not engage, and then suddenly engage and just kill Triple L. That's gonna be what they have to do. Gonna be interesting to see if they can do it. But Lowland Lions, I mean, they're a good team, don't get me wrong, but ever since the old team broke up, where Youngbuck was still in it, and Matalax and Tabs, like that team was ridiculously good. Like they destroyed people. The current team, I am not sure about. I haven't seen them in a while, but they consistently play well in small tournaments. So we'll see about it. And we're going to be getting the starting items. Our Mr. Cameraman going to be putting all the people in the right order on the scoreboard, which I like. He's a good guy. And let's see if it's going to be a level 1 fight. We have 5 items on the supports, no 6 items, so they're not hacking. It's okay. We're fine here. They could get a 6th item if they bought official ward as well as normal wards, but apparently they don't want to do that. And oh yeah, in-game sand. Thanks for mentioning people in chat. I forgot. Like I have to turn off the sound in between games because they have like horrible music. No, they have like the Riot music. I want to put my own League of Legends music in it. And yeah, that's awesome. So right now, both teams are just trying to like not engage. They're trying to make sure that their jungle doesn't get invaded. Especially Mumu can't afford to get counter jungled. If he doesn't have the blue buff, it's so much harder to jungle. It's still possible, don't get me wrong, but it's so much harder. And it looks like we're gonna see a golem pickup, and I would want to watch that, but the Rex's camera is not gonna let me. But I really want to see how that goes. And Bibaloo is actually gonna be picking up Wraiths. That's gonna give him a bit of an advantage in that top lane. He has the sustain. He's got a shield from Blue as well, and he uses I think a flask charge, so that's not a big deal. And Skullomania gonna be picking up his blue buff, and Shusha gonna be coming in. Is gonna do some damage most likely, or he's gonna try to steal it. Nah, he's just. Actually, I'm not sure what he's doing because the Raktus camera was like, no, I'm just gonna show you. Okay, here we go. Skullomania gonna be picking it up with the smite, and in the meantime, there's a bit of a fight going on at top, but Baloo's gonna be a guy. Okay, and Sneaky is farming in the bot lane. So let's see. Right now the gold's obviously equal. Everything's equal at this point, except the fact that Broken Shard started red and Skullomania started blue, and Skullomania had to use Smite for it, which Broken Shard didn't. But apparently Skullomania has a Smite backup, and oh, Renard takes so much damage. First blood goes to Hosan. I didn't even notice because I was looking at Smite. Sorry guys. But hey, the camera caught it, because the Raktus camera is the best thing in the world. And that's going to be first blood. That's going to be quite a big deal in that bot lane. It's going to give him 400 gold, obviously, and an assisted support as well. Assisted first blood, best first blood. And they're now also going to be able to zone out Sneaky. The lane is getting pushed by them, so they're not going to be denying Sneaky that much CS, but they're going to deny him some, and every little bit helps. So, we're not. There's a lot of wards from LLL. It's ridiculous. They have like a ward at mid, ward at Raves, ward in the at Baron, ward at the top river. It's kind of ridiculous. And if the stream is lagging, by the way, just refresh. That should help. It's not on my side, as far as that helps you. And we are at 150 viewers. Every one of you is awesome. And some more people will add the qualifiers and possibly link them to the stream. I mean, I don't mind the extra viewers. Right now, Sneaky gonna be chilling here in the bot lane, gonna be going for those minions and you know, getting some money from that. There's not a lot going on at the moment, so there's not much to comment on. Interestingly enough, actually, bot lane went back from DragonBorns. And Azriel, Hosan picks up 2 Doran's Blaze. There's actually going to be a ganking towards the middle. Kusku going very, very low. Broken Shard is there. Is going to most likely be able to pick up the kill. Ignite goes down on Shushay though. Shushay could be going down. No, he's going to shield himself. Great play by Shushay. If he didn't shield himself, he would have done for sure. But yeah. So interestingly enough, double Doran's Blade on Hosan is going to be giving him some extra damage, some extra health, some healing whenever he attacks something. Which is not lifesteal, by the way, not a very important difference. And then there's the Philosopher's Stone on Move It. So he's not going for a Sightstone first, he's going for the Philosopher's Stone. Gonna get the regen on his mana and his health, and getting the gold percent instead of the sort of gold percent, which is the Sightstone. The Sightstone is like a passive gold percent, or well, a hidden gold percent where you don't buy wards because you have a Sightstone, so you don't have to spend gold on wards. So it's more of a you don't make money, but you don't lose money, I guess. There's a Dutch word for it, but I don't know the English word. But yeah, so that's like the difference between Sightstone and Philosopher's Stone. Someone did the maths on it actually. A gold saver, there we go. Thank you, Dick the Man, if that's how you pronounce your name. A gold saver. You save gold, you don't make gold. That's the difference between the two items. And someone actually did the maths. Which came out to be that Philosopher's Stone has better stats early game, but there's more sort of gold percent on the Sightstone if you use all the charges. So you kind of get you lose less money with a Sightstone, but it gives less stats. And now Kusku is going to get attacks again. The snare is on him. You're going to keep going for this. The axe is going to hit again. No, it doesn't even need to, because Shushi already picks up the kill with the slow grenade light thing. I don't actually know what it's called, and I can't check because I'm not streaming. But yeah, that thing, the E, the slow. And at the moment, we're going to just quickly look at CS. And in the bot lane, Hosan is ahead in CS by about 17. In the mid lane, Shushi is ahead by 10, which is a miracle. In the top lane, 10 CS ahead for Baloo. Baloo doing a tiny bit better. Lane's actually pushing his way, so he's even more ahead. And it's Lucent Singularity. Thanks. I don't play Lux. I played her like twice. I'm sorry, I'm the worst caster in the world. Anyway, so it looks like Aurelia is winning against Jarvan in the lane, but Jarvan just went back and bought himself 2 Doran's Blades. So he's going to be doing quite a bit more damage, most likely. Yes, he does. You can see he's doing quite a bit more damage, and he sustains as well now, which is really nice for him, because that's his biggest problem in lane for Jarvan, is that he can't sustain. So that makes the lane kind of hard for him. And yeah. Right now, Hosan farming up. Everyone farming up, because hey, it's cool. And he actually, wow, nice. So Spontax just interrupted a recall from below with his flag, because he's like, yo, I'm Scumbag Jarvan, I'm gonna not let you recall, because I'm a meanie. And I'm getting flamed by an Australian friend of mine. So, yeah, at the moment, let's see, there's actually a Philosopher's Stone on both the junglers as well. So I want to get a gold pretending, want to get a regen. There's a Cage's lucky pick on Shushay, which is Interesting, because Cage's lucky pick doesn't build into anything I can think of. I think it builds into Morella Nomicon, which is a good item on Lux, because it gives regen, a lot of stackable cooldown reduction, gives the whole health regen reduction, which is cool, but I don't even know. And oh, now I suddenly know who he is. Okay, there we go. Do you stream when I'm playing too? I do stream. No, I don't stream when I'm playing. I don't think that anyone wants to watch me playing, and I don't have the time to do it consistently. I might do it after May though. So, you know, you could look out for that. Like my Facebook, it'll get posted on there. Anyway, I digress. Let's see. So, Misfortune went back to base as well, and he went for the longsword instead of another Doran's Blade or Boots, which is interesting. Or no, actually he started with longsword. Never mind. So he went for Doran's Blade as a second item, and Sneaky just too late with his barrier there. Used the barrier, didn't use the shield. Kind of painful. And maybe using the ultimate to push back away. I can remember that Sneaky back when I followed London Lines a lot. I think he played a lot of Misfortune back then as well. So. So I'm just gonna look up. I'm just gonna look it up. Cage's lucky pick. Cage's lucky pick. So Cage's lucky pick builds into Shard of True Eyes, Blackfire Torch, which isn't available in Summoner's Rift, and Morella Nomicon. Shard of True Eyes, I would doubt it. Twin Shadows is a really cool item. Like, it looks really cool, but it's not that good. So I think he's gonna go for the Morella Nomicon, which actually is pretty good. It gets 75 ability power, which is decent. Gives mana regen, which is okay. Gives 20% cooldown reduction, which is ridiculous. Like, that's really a lot. And especially on Lux, that's really strong. And people below 40% health, wow, damage. So yeah, Shusha came in for a gank and killed someone. And exploded. Anyway, so everyone below 40% health gets grievous wounds, which means they can't heal. And if they're poking, that's actually really good. And apparently I have 100% Down syndrome, which is nice. I didn't know you could have 50% Down syndrome as Baloo and Spontex kill each other, and Baloo comes out on top. I'm sorry, I was just kind of distracted. I'll be better later. But yeah, Twin Shadows, I mean, it's a really good item, but I don't think it's good on AP carries. That's the thing. Then again, I just realized it gives movement speed, gives magic resist. It could be Twin Shadows. Like, I would assume is going for Morella Nomicon, but I'm not sure. I don't play mid, so you know, don't quote me on that. And if Anderswood wants to co-cast with me, he should just mention it. Twin Shadow gives vision and that's good for Luxor. That's actually a good point. Yeah, it's probably Twin Shadows actually. You guys have convinced me. Twin Shadows makes a lot of sense. Anyway, other than that, we have the Wit's End on Aurelia. We have a BF Sword on Mr. Hossan, the Ensrew. And he's got a Fiendish Condex, so that looks like a Morella Nomicon. Ha! So, yeah. Also, Andensrug, if you just want to join for the next game, that's fine. And then leave, I don't care. If you want to, just mention it. Anyway, we've got the ultimate coming out from Sneaky. Gonna be pushing out the lane. I'm not entirely sure why. Probably has enough money to buy something or something. That was a lot of something. Picks up that tank minion, which is super important. Hosan getting zoned out a tiny bit. Will to walk around. Will miss that tank minion most likely. Buford is getting it ready to get killed by a tower, and he does not get it. Tank minions are actually pretty important nowadays. They give a lot of gold. But yeah, we've got a Wit's End on Aurelia, so he's going for the regular Season 2 build. Probably going Stringy Force after, or going tanky after this. Gold gets shown, which is nice. And yeah, I have no idea why Sneaky used that ultimate on minions, but hey. So yeah, people are saying Fiends and then Twin Shadows later. That would make sense too. I don't know. I don't play AP mid, and I can't read the mind of Mr. Shushei. But it looks like a Morellonomicon. I don't know. Ghosty Pepper built it on Lux as well, but he was playing Lux support. But it's a decent item. Seriously, like Morellonomicon, everyone hates on it, but it's pretty good. Like, it's not the best AP item. Like, I wouldn't buy it on everyone, but on Lux, it's a pretty good item. The Zara ultimate comes out now as Broken Shard has to retreat. Lux, Shusha's gonna miss his Q. The Curse of the Sand Mummy looks them both down. They're gonna be, Triple L is gonna be able to disengage. And well done there. And yeah, let's see. I'm not sure. And oh wait, I was like, Shusha completely misses his ultimate, but he gets the blue buff, so great done. A great play. Really well done there. And let's see what's gonna happen next. We've got a Brutalizer on Mr. Misfortune, which makes, or well, Sneaky. Misfortune and Mr. Sneaky. He's gonna get a lot of armor fighting with that, as well as a good reduction. It's really good in his ultimate, because the ultimate does physical damage. The thing is though, Hosan kind of has a Bloodthirster, and the Bloodthirster kind of does make you do a lot more damage and give lifesteal, which is also really nice. So that's a good pickup for him. Hosan going for a Bloodthirster is actually kind of interesting. Normally you see Ezreal's going for Infinity Edge or Trinity Force, not for a Bloodthirster. But hey, he's obviously a better player than me, so I wouldn't know. And other than that, let's see, we've got a Giant's Belt on Skullomania, getting a bit tankier. We've got Phoenix Codex on Koskyu, probably going to be going for a Phoenix and Holy Grail. And everyone discussing in chat what's going to happen. And Anton Swooks now says it will be Morello. That's awesome. Oh yeah, he looked at the match history, it's gonna be Morellonomicon. Morellonomicon, yeah, the point that people are making is that... Ooh, no. Oh, he takes the minions with it, that's what he's trying to do. The passive of Morellonomicon is not gonna be useful on anyone except Aurelia. The thing is, health regen, like, people underestimate health regen. Health regen gets reduced as well. Health regen is pretty important. And if you're poking someone, you get them below 40% HP and you make sure they don't heal much, that helps a lot. And again, it gets 20% cooldown reduction. That's a ridiculous amount of cooldown reduction. So, and it gives more AP than the Fiends as well. It gives a lot less mana regen, but still. I mean, it's actually it's not that much. It's just that the percentage mana regen of the Fiends is really nice, and the reset mana regen is really nice. But and now the ultimate comes down towards Skullomania. Skullomania is like Flash. But yeah, you know, Flash for ultimate is kind of worth it. Ultimate has a shorter cooldown, so that makes sense. And let's see. There's now 3k advantage for DragonBorns, which is pretty nice. And I really want a co-caster. Anyway, there's going to be a stun on towards Broken Shard from Skullomania, but he's not going to be able to use his Curse and Sad Money on two people, so he just disengages. And let's see. Come on. Okay, Shush is back in base. And he buys a literally large rod because he hates all of us. Come on, Shushay. Okay, so Shushay going for some flat AP, gonna be giving some extra damage. And the correct time to destroy your tower? Someone asked it in chat. I would say correct time. It depends on what you're doing. If you're going for like what MYM or the Korean teams do, is like they take a tower, take another tower, and just completely destroy enemy base. That's one tactic. And then the answer is as soon as possible. If you want to drag out the game, go for late game. You probably want to make sure that minions die to the tower. So you want to like keep the towers up so that they can kill towers. You can push out the wave and then walk away, deny minions that way. It depends. It depends on your strategy. But I would say that generally mid towers you want as soon as possible. I would say. Then again, if the enemy person roams, you wouldn't be opposed to like pushing the lane out, having the tower there to kill the minions, and then when he roams, he loses waves. So it really depends on the situation. But yeah, it just depends on tactics, really. That's the answer. Depends. But right now, there's a 3k advantage for DragonBorns, and they're going for the bot tower. They're going to pick that up. And it is around 18 minutes into the game. They're probably going to start team fighting soon, so that's when you need to start taking towers. And Barbaloo gonna get engaged upon by Spontex, but Spontex is just like, what up, I'm gonna get stunned. And now they're gonna go for a fight. The ultimate comes out from Spontex, but Spontex takes a lot more damage. And this is exactly what I mean. Baloo does so much damage. It's really hard to deal with for Jarvan before like endgame when he gets all his items. So that's gonna be a kill for Baloo that could help him quite a bit. He is now 2-0. Doing very well in that top lane. It's about 30 CS ahead as well. Definitely ahead in gold by about 1k, even though his team is behind in gold. So definitely doing well there. Now DragonBorns are going to be going for the mid tower. Going to do some damage to that. Are going to try to push it out in the next wave most likely. And now they're going to be going for Skullomania. Skullomania is really, really low. The ultimate from Shushay definitely not hitting. Skullomania was able to walk away in time. Shushay not bashing the Archie quick enough. Skullomania is very low. He will not be able to engage. If he engages, he just dies. I would be surprised if he pulls that off. He actually does engage, so with the curse of the set might as well. The shockwave doesn't hit anyone because of the arcane shift. Baloo is going to be going in. Shushay goes very, very low. The Zara ultimate is not going to hit anyone. Skullomania is very low. Are they going to be able to do more? Roku Shard runs in. It's not going to be able to do much though. At this point, Dragonborn does not have the sustained damage to do a fight. They want to poke, they want to push towers, but they can't full on fight. Triple L didn't lose anyone, so it wasn't a horrible engage, but it wasn't good for them. And they lose a tower out of it. So Dragonborn's now also going to be picking up blue buffs, so they lose a tower and a dragon, or a blue buff. And that's a bit unfortunate for them. Dragon is not going to be respawning soon, so they're not going to lose that one as well, as the snowman is going to die. There you go. So right now, the gold advantage for DragonBorns is about 5k. It's something between 4 and 5k, and it's not a huge difference, but it's a respectable difference at 20 minutes. They're definitely in the advantage, but they haven't won this game yet at all. So let's see. Bloodthirster and Zeo is up from, and the crit cloak is up for Mr. Mosan as Baloo gets ganked by Shushay and Spontex. I'm gonna go for this, but Baloo turns around, goes for Shushay. Actually gets him pretty low, but is gonna be going down in the end. Almost kills Shushay. I was quite close there, but did go down in the end, and that's gonna be an assisted kill for DragonBorns. Gonna be very happy with that. Spontex gonna be pushing out top. Skullomania in the meantime getting attacked here by Hosan. Hosan's gonna get snared though as Skullomania flashes out. So though flash wasted, or well, flash forced is not a good thing. As Hosan jumps over the wall to go for Mr. Koskyu. Koskyu goes very, very low. The Q comes out on Skullomania as well. They're both slowed. Are they gonna be able to do much? The shockwave comes out. He does kill Koskyu. Great play. And Mike voice cracks like a mouse. And we're gonna be picking up that plant, because they're beasts. So there's a black cleaver on Jarvan right now that does kill with him quite well. He does do a bit of physical damage. And
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Another tower goes down. It's gonna be a tower of DragonBorns. Their first tower goes down. And they're now 6-2 ahead in kills, 3-1 in towers. They pick up a dragon. That puts them at a 6k gold advantage. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that goes. Later on, they're gonna try to push this advantage. The problem is they can't really jump in and go for team fights immediately. They don't have the damage for that quite yet. Especially with Hosan going for Bloodthirster. With Bloodthirster, you trade a bit of damage for lifesteal. Infinity Edge gives a lot more damage. And looks like the Troyes gets popped. Skullomania wants to be going in here, so does Baloo. To go for Hosan, but Hosan's going to be able to disengage, and there goes the ultimate for Shushay. Insta kills the minions, but does nothing else. He's got our Revenants now, and Agronar takes a lot of damage. The Q's comes out from Hosan. He has to flash away, but here it comes to Jarvan, ultimate, and he's going to be going in. Hosan has to cleanse away the Axos, but he does pick up another kill. It's 2-0 for now. They're going to go for this sour dive, most likely they will, and they pick up 2 more kills. Baloo now getting aggressive on as well is going to be going down, and that's an ace in favor of DragonBorns. They're going to be able to pick up this mid tower, and that was really, really well done.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Shield from Shushay to help tank the tower, and they picked up an inner tower as well as 5 kills. That's really a really big deal, and now they're 11-2 in kills. Now it's looking like a stomp, and they're 9k ahead. That's a huge difference, especially this early on in the game. And let's see, we're gonna just look at items quickly. We've got a Revenant on Shushay. Still hasn't built Morella Nomicon or a Fiends on Holy Grail, but it looks like it's gonna be Morella Nomicon. I'd be surprised if he goes for a Fiends if he still hasn't needed the mana regen. He's not gonna suddenly need it now. Other than that, a Fiends on Holy Grail on the other side of AP. In the jungle, we have a Wormux on Mr. Broken Shard. He's going Shreyas now. Shreyas on Skullomania. Probably, he's got a giant spell. He'd probably go for Spirit of the Ancient Golem next. That's my assumption. In the top lane, we've got Witsend, Phage, and Zeal. That's definitely going to be a Trinity Force. And actually, there's going to be an engagement towards movement, but movement flashes over the wall. It's going to be okay. The snares come out, and Shushay does not have his ultimate up. Otherwise, that would have been 2 kills. But Broken Shard is still going to keep going for Sneaky. He gets a lot of damage on him though. Here comes the ultimate from Spontax. He's going to almost be able to pick up. Yes, he will be able to pick up Skullomania. In the meantime, Hosan picks up a kill. He's going to pick up another kill. It's 3 kills now, as the front line of DragonBorns is a bit battered, but they're quite okay. And they're probably going to keep pushing. They're going to go for this inhibitor. Turret. Shushay is at the top lane trying to make sure that Baloo doesn't recall and defend mid. And they might even be able to pick up the kill. They will be able to pick up the kill. Easy beans. Hosan picks up that kill. They're going to be able to pick up the inhibitor tower. They're going to go for the inhibitor as well. And that's probably going to be the game. Inhibitor is going to go down. And then they are going to be pushing bot lane and top lane, I would assume. They are at a huge advantage right now. They're 12k ahead. That's like a huge advantage. And Hosan going to be throwing out his ultimate. But yeah, what the inhibitor being done does is that there's going to be super minions, and that means that mid tower is going to get, mid lane is going to get pushed constantly. It means they have easy pushing on the side lanes. And you know, that's obviously good. Let's look at the rest of the items though, as I was busy doing that. Aurelia going to be going for Trinity Force next, has a Withsend. Jarvan, Spontax going to be having a Black Cleaver and a Hex Drinker, which I always call Hex Drinker. He's got a Wounds Mill as well now, so he's going for Randomance, which is pretty much the best item on Jarvan. Like, that item was kind of made for him, because you jump in and then you press that one and your W and no one can move. And it is a Morella Nomicon! I was right. Get wrecked as someone is drilling. Which is not very nice. Anyway, other than that, we have a Bloodthirster, a Phantom Lancer, and a Last Whisper on Mr. Ezreal, Hosan. And we have a Black Cleaver and a Pickaxe and a Longsword on Sneaky. So Sneaky is going to be going for Last Whisper next. He's going to make sure he has about 60%. Wait. Okay, so he has about 60 to 70% armor penetration together. And with that ultimate, which does apply Black Cleaver, that's going to do a lot of damage, but it's not going to do as much damage as Hosan with 3 major items. This could be a bit problematic for them. I don't know if you guys can actually hear the drilling. Can you guys hear the drilling? Because it's annoying me, but I'm not sure if you can hear it. And Hosan gonna be jumping. Holy, what? Okay, I don't know if anyone saw that, but that was great damage to Skullomania. Now going very low. Will be going down to Shushay. Now they're gonna be going in, and Baloo goes very low. In the meantime, the other people die as well, and that's gonna be typical for Hosan. You're gonna be able to pick up the tower as well. That was a ridiculous team fight. What was that?
Been destroyed.
Hosan just like arcane shifted over the wall and instantly killed Agromar, and then I just killed the rest. Like I didn't really care. Okay, you guys can hear the drilling sound. I'll turn on the microphone every time it gets there. So yeah, that's gonna be a one game for DragonBorns. They're gonna be going into a second game because it is a best of 3. We'll be back with you guys in just a few minutes to cast that one, and I hope you stay tuned and tell everyone about the stream. So yeah, I'll be back with you guys in just a few minutes. I hope you enjoy the music, and for the people that watch the videos, thanks for watching.